Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in House Flipper in the HGTV DLC, and I think we have 2 jobs left now. We've got a beachfront property and we've got this little property at the back area here. So let's take a look at this one. We have a budget of £8,844. We have 3 choices and we have 9 rooms. The job is called Uninvited Guests. Miss Cassie was born and raised in this city. However, later she was forced to leave. Now, after 40 years, she's decided to come back. This house has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. There's a lovely wooden floor in the living room and the hallway, which will look amazing after some proper cleaning. We also bought her father's old desk yesterday. According to our client's wish, the desk has to look the part of the design in the living room. It means a lot to her. Other than that, Miss Cassie loves cooking, so a nice functional kitchen is also going to be part of the renovation plan. Good luck from Greta Evans. So let's take a look at this house today. Oh, it's quite a neat little bungalow, look at that. It's not huge, so if it's got 9 rooms in it, the rooms are not going to be terribly large, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful probably about where we place all the items inside. And 3 choices, and the key things seem to be the desk, the kitchen and the lovely floor, so probably the choices are going to be something to do with those items. So we've got these nice wrought iron gates and a parkable driveway. So the front door is just in this side corner here, so let's have a quick look outside. I don't think we're particularly going to be asked to do any work on the outside. I think most of the maybe a couple of little bits of dirt to clean off, but I think most of the dirt's actually inside the house. So let's just have a... There's your access point into the house there, and we can see one of the question marks for a choice. Quite a lot of space here for future reference when you're buying the houses. This one's got quite a big garden to work with, so if you want a lot of garden space to work with near the beach, this might be one of the ones you might want to go for. So yeah, no work needs to be done outside. So let's get inside and take a quick look at the house and see where the options, the choices are. So straight inside, we find quite dirty floors, but this is probably her dad's desk then, so this is going to be one of the key pieces for the build. That nice classic desk. It looks like we've got... oh! That's hiding the fireplace, isn't it? Does it work? Whoa! Uh-oh. Bat nest! Oh no! Now we know what the source of this strange noise was. Bats have made a nest inside the chimney. Lighting a fire in that unused chimney might not have been the best idea. Startled bats rush up the chimney and brought down a lot of soot and dirt. At least they will likely stay away and make a new nest elsewhere. We've got bats in our belfry. Oh no. What should we do about this fireplace? She says let's completely remove it. He says a fireplace gives this place a unique atmosphere. Let's get a new one, a bit more stylish. I do think the a fireplace is quite a nice idea, and the lady that's bought the house wants to keep the older desk, and I think a fire kind of fits that sort of feel, so we will go for that. Now that's made an awful lot of mess, so let's turn the fire back off, and then let's have a good clean, shall we? Oh dear. Oh no. Right, okay, let's just have a little clean. I think we made more mess than when we started, so that was different, wasn't it? Good job, Kitty. There we go. So let's clean that up a little bit. Lots and lots of dirt in all the windowsills and around the edges, so definitely quite a bit of cleaning for this one. but like they said in the blurb, the flooring does look pretty decent. So once we've done that little bit of cleaning, I don't think there's a huge problem with most of the oh no, this kitchen's not going to clean. I was just going to say, I think once we clean everything up we can probably save a lot of things, but I don't think this kitchen's savable. So that was another one of her choices, wasn't it, to deal with the kitchen. So what was the choice for the kitchen? How can we connect the kitchen with the dining room? She says, let's knock down the wall. Those cabinets around the fridge should be enough for our client. He says, let's just get rid of the door and use the wall to mount more cabinets. Well, the lady buying the place wants a nice cosy kitchen. I think she's going to use the kitchen a lot, so I think she's going to want more cabinets. I think she's going to need the storage space. So I think we're going to go with the guy's choice yet again. Seems to be a guy heavy choice on this one. So what else do we have? We have... It's classing this as a corridor, but it's quite big. Oh, so are we going to... Oh... This would have been the dining room, would it? Right, okay. So we have a little... Ooh, wow. This is tiny. It's a little closet space, isn't it? Okay, that's a tiny closet space. And we've got a... Ooh, this goes into lots of places, doesn't it? Let's go back into the living room, I guess. And then we'll have one bedroom here. Bathroom in the middle, maybe. Yep, because that's a slightly smaller space. Doesn't look like we are going to be asked to do it anyway. Oh, look at the way they've done this. They've put like a board around the edge of the floor, and then they've just used little sections to mark where the different pieces of stuff are. You know, I never thought of doing tiling in that way. That's an interesting little design choice, isn't it? Maybe that'll inspire some of us to do something with it, hey? And then the third choice, let's make that one. Should we go for 2 bedrooms or just one, but with a bathroom right next to it? Let's divide 1 bedroom. One part is going to be a laundry room and the other bigger one will become a bathroom. Let's also build a half wall. It's going to take away some space from the wardrobe, but will make the bathroom more accessible. He says we should definitely keep both of the bedrooms. They will come in handy when family come to visit. 1 bathroom is definitely enough. I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to go with the guy again. I think it's an older lady who's retiring here, so she's at the beach. She's definitely going to want family and friends to come visit. So I'm afraid I'm going to go for all of his choices in this build. Right, so we've made our choices, so where shall we begin? Why don't we begin in the living room where we made that nasty mess by turning the fireplace on and causing trouble. Right, so what do we need to do? We need to remove trash. What trash? It says I need to remove trash. There isn't any trash. I'm sorry, what trash do I need to remove? Okay, let's just remove the pieces it tells me to remove because I don't see any trash at all. Sadly, they don't want to keep the fire. Oh, there's a couple of boards at the side of the fireplace. That's not really trash, and I actually thought when I pulled the board off the front that we'd removed all the boards, so that was a little bit confusing. So when you do come to this one, there's got boards at both sides of the fire and they're not easy to see, and that's why you can't finish the trash component. So they want us to paint with the colour Forest Mist. So let's grab some paint. Forest Mist. Excuse me. So we made all of our choices here, and we definitely need to keep this desk and make this desk a big feature point of this room. It's not a huge room, so we're going to have to be very careful about where we place everything. Now the desk's been placed right underneath the window. That's not necessarily a requirement for where it's going to be, so we might need to move it. Let's do the paint the walls, and then we will see which pieces of furniture we want to fit in here. And then we may need to move things around a little bit until we're comfortable with the positioning. But I think if we move into this section, you see this is a part of a different room, so we're just working with this little space here. So yes, it is a very small build, so it's a small bungalow. There's a single older lady coming to live in it, and we are going to have to be very careful about how we place things, because she needs access points all around to all the doors, and we need to make everything functional and usable and comfortable for her. So the colours have probably been chosen for a sort of restful theme. If you look at this particular colour that we've got here, restful and comfortable, that's what we're going for. Right, I don't think, yeah, I think we're painting all the walls the same. We're not being asked to do anything different, and she definitely wants to keep the flooring that's already here, so there's minimal changes to this room. And we won't tell the lady about finding bats in her chimney and causing more dirt and mess. We won't tell her about any of that. Right, so that's this one done. So let's sell that paint, and let's see, what do we want to add? They want us to fit some curtains. Let's see if we can fit those in without moving the desk. We may need to move the desk. Let's go for the white curtains, because they'll fit with any colour, shall we? Can we? No, it's not going to let us. Right, what we need to do is move the desk. Let's move it over here for now, so that we can fit the curtains. And then we'll see how many pieces of furniture she wants us to squeeze in, because if it was actually an old lady really moving house, she would probably be downsizing to the bungalow, which would mean she's probably got too much furniture to fit in, and she'd be trying to squeeze as many memories as she could into the space. So we need a sofa. Let's go for a relaxing colour piece, and let's rotate that into here. We want 2 armchairs, so we're going to want, let's have one here, and actually for the minute let's put them both together here. We might need to move things a little bit. We need a, do you know what, let's try and put the desk back. Can we get it to go back under here now that we've got that? Yes, right. Has she picked? Yes, we've got a fireplace, so we're going to want, I think we're going to want to keep it fairly clean and light. I quite like that. Let's try this one. I think that will fit quite nicely to the theme. Let's see, can we? There we go. There we go, much better. Now, units. I don't think we want to go too dark. I think we want to go fairly light, but I'm not. Oh, we want to go wooden, don't we? Let's have the light handles. Let's go for that. Now, can we fit you? In there. A coffee table. Yeah, let's go for the palish colour, shall we? What's this one? White. Oh, white. That would be better for the colour scheme that we've gotten for. So we want to put this here. We want to move this across a bit more. There we go. Do we have... Oh, we want another chair. Are we going to be putting this to the... I'm going to be putting this to the desk, maybe. And then a lamp which can go onto the desk, I think. And a nice painting that can go above the sofa. Ah, now we've got table lamps, okay. Maybe we should have gone for... Let's move this one to the top of here. And then let's move this one to the other side of the desk. There we go. And we want a couple of plants, I think, here. So let's go for the white pot, and we want a couple of these. So we'll pop one in the corner here, and we'll pop one near the fire. If I can get it to... There we go. And then this is our living room completed. So that was quite nice, wasn't it? And I think we've got enough space to move things around, and if she's not quite happy with things, we can rejig a little bit. So if we want to move this just back a little bit, like so. So she's got enough space. We want to make sure there's space for walking around. Like so, you see. I just want to make sure we've got access into everywhere. So there you go. That's the living room from the opposite direction. So that's your access points, and we can get around everywhere, so you can get in and out of everywhere. And she's got her father's feature desk in there to keep it safe. So this little space that we've got here, is this going to be like a storage space, or is this going to be like a dining room, or is this going to be the dining room? I think this is going to be the dining room, isn't it? So let's do this little room right next to the living room first. So we need to remove an internal door, which I presume is going to be this one. Yep. And then we need to modify slightly, so they want us to knock out slightly bigger door frame space. Now, are we to knock this out or not? I want us to knock something out here as well, so let's get rid of this other door here and see where else they want us to knock. Are we taking the lintels out, I think? So they've got us to take the lintels out, so what are we... Right, so we're closing this off altogether. Okay. So we're changing the way the layout works. Right, so do we need to rebuild? So we're moving this one no, aren't we? No, they don't want us to have that there. Right, I'm a little bit confused because it looked green there as if we were supposed to rebuild something. So they definitely want us to take this down. Build upper walls. So they just want us to make it like an archway. Okay. So we're putting like a little archway in the corner there, like that. Okay, so this has now all become one room by the looks of the way this is working. So we need to get rid of some of these units, I think. So this has suddenly become a different job to the one I thought we got. So well, let's get rid of all of these broken down units. Oh right, they want to keep the cooker. Right, so we're keeping the cooker and everything else is going. Ceiling lamp needs to go. That's everything that needed to go, I think. Yep, that's everything that needed to go. So we now need a couple of cans of paint. And how many tiles? We need 20 tiles, so we need 2 stacks. We're going to run tiling all the way under the window across here because we're definitely going to be putting the sink in above here. Though so it's a very pale kitchen that she's going for. It appears that she likes cool, simple, pale colouring. So while we're buying the furnitures and fixtures, we need to keep that in mind as we go through. How are we doing? We're doing quite well here. I think we're nearly just go along this top bit here, and I think we've got all the tiling that we need to do done. Right, we'll sell those, and then we need to start with the painting. Oh, it needs plaster in the cavities. Okay, so we are going to need a little bit more work here. We need plaster, walls, plaster. Let's grab that. So we'll probably set up all the walls and things in this episode, and then we'll probably be fitting all the furniture in the next one, because I think this might be a little bit of a bigger job than we expected. I thought we were going to do the small section of the room here and then move into the kitchen area as the next job. Right, is that all there is to plaster? Just that one little section? Maybe there is. Right, so I think we will switch back to painting now and see if it's happy with us now. Yes, it's happy now. Just needed a little bit of love, did the wall. So let's not forget that little bit of green around where the window is, just so that it looks really nice. Oh, more paint please. The windows just use up so much of the paint, it's kind of a little bit odd how much paint they use. Right. But with the layout the way it is here now, with lots of wall space for extra cabinets, so there will be no worries about storage space for her when she moves in. Let's just run this paint across this back wall here. There we go, nice. Let's come around the corner. Oh no, we need more paint. Here we go. And then we're going to be running this paint through into the other section across here, which is probably where the dining room table is going to go, isn't it? Let's grab that section here. Let's make sure that this looks neat up the sides. This open archway, we just need to make sure that looks good. Right, we need more paint. Interesting. Right, let's grab some flooring, shall we? Nope. Come on. Tasks, please. Okay, now it seems to be changing its mind about what I'm trying to do. Okay. So you want me to... Now you want me to do forest mist as well. Oh, right. Okay, so it's changed its mind. It now wants forest mist in this section. See, you're just trying to confuse me, game. So we're going to continue the forest mist into this section from the living room. That kind of does make sense to me, to be honest. And then we're going to want to figure out which furniture goes where as we proceed forward, which I think we'll do that in the next episode though, so let's just get this paint on the wall. And then I'm presuming that the kitchen will either have tiling floor or will continue the darker wood. I'll probably keep the darker wood because they've now removed the door to the kitchen area, so they'll probably want to try and match the flooring going through, so we'll go for the closest wood that we can get to match into that, won't we? Let's get into these window frames, and then we'll double check that we've got everything painted, not missed anything before we sell the pots of paint. Down this way. Whoa, something going wrong there. Oh, something's gone wrong. Whoa, not quite sure what happened there. Something's gone a little bit wrong, I think. Something wasn't happy there. Not sure whether that's my computer or the game. Something definitely wasn't happy, so we will have to investigate that later. Let's paint these little pillar things. Right, so what is it saying we've not painted? That's interesting. It seems as I think I haven't done enough painting with the forest mist. And now it's saying I've not got in. Now I definitely seem to have a problem with the way it wants me to paint. It's saying I've not got enough white paint and I've also not got enough forest mist paint. So I think it's got confused somewhere with the requirements. See, now I've not got enough white in here, and then when I come through to here, right, okay, it's very confusing. It's saying that I've not got enough forest mist, and it's also saying that I've not got enough white. So I think the game's got itself confused. It's now trying to ask me to paint the rooms in two different colours, but there isn't enough paint requirement to complete the whole of the paint job with one without the other. So this has now become a little bit of a confusing. How am I supposed to do this? If I paint it all in the forest mist, that will make the forest mist requirement happy, but then it wants me to paint 40 sections in white, which I can't do both because, in fact, now it's saying I still don't have enough forest mist. So now I don't have enough forest mist and I don't have enough white, so I'm not quite sure what's going wrong with that. But it's definitely wanting me to paint more walls than I have, because I've painted everything and it's still saying I don't have enough. So I'll have a look at that off camera and I'll see if I can figure that out before we come back for the next episode. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode with all of its craziness and strange happenings going on, but at least we've managed to do a beautiful living room. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Sofkey to 99, goodbye and happy gaming!